Saraswati Nishevine Radha Krishna Padam Bhojo Bringaya Gurave Namaha Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Vandana Ki Jai. Oh, these are different pages.
What are you looking for?
Shri Guru Charana Padma.
Thank you, Seva.
80. Jai Gurudev. Jai Guru Maharaj. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
Bandhoi Savadhana Mate Jai Jaya lotus feet of the spiritual master are the abode of pure devotional service. I bow down to those lotus feet with great care and attention. My dear brother, my dear mind, it is through the grace of the spiritual master that we cross over this material world.
Make the teachings from the lotus heart, from the lotus mouth of the spiritual master one with your heart, and do not desire anything else. Attachment to the lotus feet of the spiritual master is the best means of spiritual advancement. By his mercy, all desires for spiritual perfection are fulfilled.
Yeah, so the pure Vaishnava's mouth and heart are the same. So you're right on.
You went to the source. He who has given me the gift of transcendental vision is my Lord, birth after birth. By his mercy, divine knowledge is revealed within the heart, bestowing love and devotion and destroying ignorance. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character.
O spiritual master, ocean of mercy and friend of the fallen souls, you are the teacher of everyone and the life of all people. O master, be merciful unto me and give me the shade of your lotus feet. May your glories now be proclaimed throughout the three worlds.
I have surrendered unto your fearless lotus feet. Please give me mercy. O Shri Guru, Savior of the fallen, please give me mercy. You are the Savior of the lowly fallen souls. All glories to you, Shri Guru.
Jai Shri Guru Vaishnava Mahatmya Giti Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Narottam Das Thakur Ki Jai.
Could I say something? Okay, Tom?
Yeah, sounds good.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda Shri Advaita Guruyara Shivasari Gaurya Bhatta
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gauravaka Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Soya Koi More
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jaya Koramore.
Tumavira Kriya Jagata Maja
Shri Gaura Pada Padme Pratana Ki Jai. Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, kindly give your grace to me. In the whole creation there is none as merciful as you.
You descended just to save the fallen souls. Oh Lord, a soul as fallen as me, nowhere to be found.
O Lord Nityananda, ever in the joy of your love, kindly give your gracious glance. I am very sad.
Kindly give your grace, Sri Advaita Goswami, Lord of Srimati Sita Thakurani. By the power of your grace, we may gain the service of Sri Sri Nitai Chaitanya.
The embodiment of Sri Gaura's love, Pandit Gadadhar. Srivas Pandit Haridas Thakur, you're the ocean of grace personified.
Oh my lords, Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Sanatan, Sri Rupa, and Sri Raghunath Bhatta, and Sri Gopal Bhatta. Oh my Lord, Sri Lokanath Goswami.
Please grant your blessings, O Lord Srinivasacharya, for the company of Sri Ramachandra Chakravarti, Narottam Das, Das pray.
Kindly give your grace, Sri Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, manifestation of Sri Gaura. This fallen servant begs the mercy of your associates.
Jai Srila Narottam Das Thakur Ki Jai.
Manifestation of Sri Gaura. That's amazing. What about verse 4, Sri Sri Nitai Chaitanya?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Is there some, I've never seen it written that way.
Well, it's like Sri Sri Radha Krishna,
Oh.
Sri Sri Nitai Chaitanya.
Uh-huh,
So it's like for a Sri for each one,
I see.
but preceding them both. Okay, what's next? You want to do one, Jaidev?
Sure, we could just do the next page.
Oh, yeah, Vaishnava Thakur.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
that's a good evening song, right?
Yeah.
Oh hey Vaishnava Thakura, Doyara Sagara, Etasit Karuna Kori.
Oye Vaishnava Thakura, Dwara Sagara, Edase Karuna Kori.
Diya Pada Chaya Sodo He Amare,
Diyapada Chaya Sodo Amare.
Tamara Charana Dori.
Tomara Charana Dori.
Chaya Bega Domi, Chaya Dosha Shoji, Chaya Guna Dehodase.
Joya Vega Domi, Joya Dosha Shoti, Joya Guna Deho Dase.
Chaya Sat Sangha Deho He Amare.
Joya Sangha Deho He Amare.
Sechi Sangha Yase.
Bosechi Sangira Yase.
Ekaki Amara, Nahipaya Bala, Harinama Sankirtane.
Ekaki Amara, Naipaya Bona, Harinama Sankirtane.
Turi Kripa Kori Shadha Bindu Diya.
Kripa Kori Shadha Bindu Goya.
Turi Kripa Kori Shadha Bindu Diya.
Kripa Kori Shadha Bindu Goya.
Krishna Krishna Namadane.
Krishna Namadane.
Krishna Saitamara, Krishna Tite Paro, Namara Shakatiyache.
Krishna se tomara, Krishna Jite Paro, Tomara Shakatiyache.
Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna Boli.
Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna Bole.
Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna Boli.
Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna Bole. pache.
Krishna Dana Pavarase Daitava
Pache, pache.
Krishna Dana Babarate Daitava Pache Pache.
Tumi Dileo Dite Paro
Tumi Dileo Ite Paro.
Krishna Toma Hridayata Tumi Dileo Dite Paro
Krishna Tomar Doyardan Tumi Dileo Ite Paro.
Krishna Deva Shakti Dara Tumi Dileo Dite Paro
Krishna Deva Shakti Dara Tumi Dileo Ite Paro.
Amito Kanga Krishna Krishna Boli Daita Bhakti Bhakti
Ami Gokangala Krishna Krishna Bole Daitava Pache Pache.
That was.
I had a hard time getting through that.
Me too, Mohammed.
Yeah.
This is a new song.
Okay,
Shri Vaishnava Mahima Giti Ki Jai
joy,
Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki
joy.
O my Lord, O Vaishnava, ocean of grace, kindly be gracious to this servitor. Bestow the shade of your holy feet, purify me, I clasp your lotus feet.
Subjugate the 6 urges, rectify the 6 defects, bestow the 6 good qualities upon the servitor. Please grant me the 6 kinds of saintly association. I sit at your feet aspiring for that association.
On my own, I have no strength to chant the holy name in congregation. Kindly be pleased to bestow a drop of faith in my heart, giving me the treasure of Lord Krishna's name.
Krishna is yours. You can give him. You have the power to do so. I, who am bereft, calling Krishna, Krishna, am running desperately behind you. Let's read the 6 urges are those of the speech, the mind, anger, the tongue, the belly, and the genitals. The 6 faults are overeating or collecting more monetary funds than required, over-endeavoring for material objectives, unnecessary talking about mundane affairs, being too attached to or too neglectful of the scriptural rules and regulations, associating with worldly-minded persons, and lusting after mundane achievements. Want to read China?
The 6 good qualities are enthusiasm, patience, confidence, the determination to perform activities favorable to devotional service, the resolution to abandon the association of non-devotees, and the discipline required to always follow in the footsteps of the predecessor acharyas. The 6 kinds of saintly association are offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasadam, and offering prasadam.
Jai.
I like how enthusiasm and patience are right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's a tough tightrope to walk sometimes.
Yeah, well, I guess if we kind of move into the reality of enthusiasm, you'll see that it's like also linked with patience. All these things are linked together. So even though it's different like responses of the kind of emotion, at the same time, because they have to do with transcendental responses, gradually we'll begin to see how the qualities that are described will begin to like manifest themselves in a definite way. I mean, we can try to apply it by thinking, okay, enthusiasm, yes, I'm going to get charged up, and that's good. But at the same time, we can't get too much into that because it's kind of like we're attempting to emulate something which we're, projecting some like reality on. And we don't necessarily know exactly what it is. So just the idea that we're enthusiastic, that we're trying, is a good thing, but we can't get too caught up in our own interpretation of what these what these are and what our motivation should be behind them. It's a whole like different program.
I think that's like I'm coming to hear the same thing in a lot of places. Like whatever ideas you have, just drop. Like whatever like intellectual conception you have, like just try to leave that at the door.
Yeah, I mean, I think also if we have some conception that we've developed ourselves, and we hear something that has to do with a clear picture of reality, even though we can't grasp it quite enough, at the same time, if we try to like transform our current understanding of the what's being said, transform it to something, to the next stage of understanding, that's like climbing the ladder along the way. So it's also a good thing, even though we know that it's not clear, it's not a fully realized position, but nonetheless, it's like, it's growth, it's understanding. With the faith that Krishna, he doesn't care if we make mistakes, he just wants to see us try. That's the reality, and that's the wonderful thing about, Krishna. He doesn't he just wants to see us like try to give love, and how that manifests isn't that important, but nonetheless, as we try in the right spirit of giving love back to Krishna, then we'll be helped along on the way, with the power of the right spirit kind of behind us. That's how we connect with Krishna, by just really, to the best of our effort, try to serve him, try to surrender to him through our recitation of these songs, and we just have to try, and Krishna will always help us. So that like kind of understanding of our relationship with Krishna is like manifest, particularly when we're in the temple, and particularly when we're reciting these songs that have been set down by the great souls, because they're like speaking to us from a position of high realization, and we're like trying to surrender and trying to enter into the spirit of these songs, and Krishna likes that when we try, even though we no doubt are falling short, but that doesn't matter. The real thing is our sincere effort to enter into the true spirit of this. Even if we only do it 1% or 2% or 5% or 10%, that's okay. Krishna knows what's in our heart, and he'll always help us. Krishna will always help us. That's like, wow, what a relief. Okay. I don't know, should we stop now and do reading, or what?
As you like. We can keep singing if you like. Pull something off the shelf.
Maybe we could sing Atma Nivedana.
What page?
I don't know.
186.
Okay. Admani Vedana. Oh, wait a second. Let's change the microphone. Devotees watching us are going to become deaf. Admani Vedana Yapave Kori Oinu Paramasuke. Admani Vedana Yapave Kori Oinu Paramasuke. Dukadure Kelo Chintana Rokilo. Dukadure Kelo Chintana Rokilo. Saudi Ke Ananda Deki. Saudi Ke Ananda Deki. Ashoka Vaya Mitadara. Tumara Charana Vaya. Ashoka Vaya Mitadara. Tumara Charana Vaya. Sahate Kona Gramalovia. Sahate Kona Gramalovia. Sarino Vavera Vaya. Sarino Vavera Vaya. Tumara Samsari Kuribo Sevana. Naivo Palera Vage. Tumara Samsari Kuribo Sevana. Naivo Palera Vage. Tavasuka Jake Kuribo Jatana. Tavasuka Jake Kuribo Jatana. Oye Pave Anuragi. Oye Pave Anuragi. Tumara Sevaya Duka Hoya Jato. Silto Paramasuka. Tumara Sevaya Duka Hoya Jato. Paramasuka. Seva Suka Duka Paramasampara. Seva Suka Duka Paramasampara. Seva Suka Duka Paramasampara. Seva Suka Duka Paramasampara. Nasoye Aviyaduka. Nasoye Aviyaduka. Purva Itihasa Ulino Sakala. Seva Suka Priyemane. Purva Itihasa Ulino Sakala. Seva Suka Priyemane. Amito Tomara Tumito Amara. Amito Tomara Tumito Amara. Gaja Aparadane. Gaja Aparadane. Vakati Vinoda Nande Dobiya. Tumara Sevara Tori. Vakati Vinoda Nande Dobiya. Tumara Sevara Tori. Chesta Kore Tava Ichamata. Chesta Kore Tava Ichamata. Chesta Kore Tava Ichamata. Chesta Kore Tava Ichamata. Takiya Tumara Gore. Takiya Tumara Gore. Mani Vedana Tuya Pade Kori. Oinu Paramasuke. Admani Vedana Tuya Pade Kori. Oinu Paramasuke. Atman Vedana Ki Jai. Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. I have become supremely joyful by surrendering myself at your holy feet. Unhappiness has gone away, and there are no more anxieties. I see joy in all directions.
Your two lotus feet are reservoirs of immortal nectar, where one may live free from sorrow and fear. I have found worldly peace there now, and have given up the fear of worldly existence.
Not exactly worldly peace.
Did I say worldly peace?
Yeah.
I dyslexia.
You see the word just below, and then you just pull it up there.
Slice it in there.
Yeah.
I shall render services in your household and not endeavor to enjoy the fruits of that service, but rather I shall strive for whatever pleases you, fully devoted to your lotus feet.
Troubles encountered in your service shall be the cause of great happiness, for in your devotional service, joy and sorrow are equally great riches. Both destroy the misery of ignorance.
I have completely forgotten all past history by feeling great joy in my mind. I am most eternally yours, and you're indeed mine. What need is there of any other treasure?
Bhakti Vinod, diving into the ocean of bliss, is for your service and dwells in your house. According to your
What happened in that kirtan? Was I messing up, Maharaj?
Huh?
On the Ohe Vaishnava Thakur. I got really lost, Maharaj. I apologize.
Actually, I didn't even notice. I was so spaced out trying to flip cartels. Hey, Johnny, would you close those curtains on just the one side? Yeah, that's great.
What's going on?
All right. Okay, reveal truth, ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev ki jai. So, chapter 3, the lotus feet of Sri Gurudev. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has explained perfectly the position of Sri Gurudev in one of his songs. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandhamuni Savadhana Mate. The lotus feet of Gurudev are the one and only abode of pure devotion. We must be serious in our practice of spiritual life and serious about the glorification of the lotus feet of Gurudev. We do not actually know properly the position and glory of our Gurudev's lotus feet, so we must also always be careful in glorifying Gurudev. Bandho Muni Savadhana Mate. We do not want to make any offense to Gurudev when we glorify him, because offenses to Gurudev are great obstacles in our spiritual life. Lord Krishna himself has explained Gurudev's position to us for our benefit in Srimad Bhagavatam. Acharya mam vijanayan navamanyeta korhichit. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 17th chapter, 27th verse. Carefully remember and consider Gurudev to be me. Never think he is an ordinary man with mundane form. As Gurudev, I myself take on human form to rescue the conditioned souls and give them connection with the transcendental abode. You must consider Gurudev to be a non-different form of myself. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has also explained in a more clear way the position of Gurudev. Sakshar Daritvena Samasta Shastriyar Uktastata Bhagita Sada Sadbi. Udastata Bhavyata Eva Sadbi. Kintu Prabhurya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Sri Sri Charanara Vinda. Jai Mahaprabhu. It is written in all the scriptures that Bhagavan himself manifests in the human form in front of me as Gurudev. When Gurudev gives initiation, Krishna reveals himself. That is, Gurudev is revealed to be Krishna himself. Krishna reveals himself through the heart of Gurudev in his transcendental sound vibration form, Sri Harinam. Krishna descends through the preceptorial line of gurus, parampara, into the heart of the disciple through the heart of Gurudev. In this way, Gurudev acts as Krishna himself. Still, Gurudev has also his own personal identity as a servitor of the Lord. He never thinks, I am Krishna, but always thinks, I am the servitor of the servitor of the servitor of Krishna. In this way, Gurudev is Krishna's dearmost devotee. Hintu prabhur ya priya eva tasya. Gurudev is a servant of Krishna, but a disciple must still always consider that Krishna is revealing himself in the human form in front of him as Gurudev. The disciple sees Gurudev as human, but knows that Gurudev is not actually human. Gurudev's actual form is transcendental. He is non-different from Krishna himself, because the conception of Gurudev is very important, and we must be very careful never to lose faith in Gurudev. Narottam Thakur sang, Bandho Muni Savadhana Mote. Be careful to not improperly glorify Gurudev in any way. When Krishna takes form as Gurudev, he's so merciful to the conditioned souls. There's no doubt about that. Yahara prasade vai e bhava tariya jai. Krishna prapti hoy yaha hoite. When Gurudev is worshipped as Sri Krishna himself, and sincere seekers try to understand the service of Krishna through Gurudev, Krishna is more happy when he is approached than when he is approached directly. When he is approached through Gurudev, Krishna gives much more help to the sincere seekers. He inspires them in their hearts. Yes, what you're doing is right. Proceed on. The vital connection is that Krishna distributes himself, and no one else can do that. Only when Krishna himself shows his greatly merciful nature and takes the form of Gurudev can transcendental knowledge be spread through someone's heart, and only then will someone understand Gurudev's position. Yeah, this representation as Sri Gurudev has to do with like heart transmission. It's like beyond any like mundane perception. It has to do with the heart that is like instilled by the transcendental mercy of Krishna himself, and he transfers that to us through the line of gurus. So what may be received in your guru's heart is actually a transmission that comes through the line of all our predecessor gurus, and that transmission is like real and transcendental, and we should try to perceive that, not necessarily always understand it, but like perceive it and realize that something is happening. And sometimes we may think that, I don't have capacity really to receive these things because I'm very conditioned. That's actually the mercy as it comes down to us from our gurus, that in spite of our lack of surrender and lack of, like real transcendental perception, the transmission will come through by the higher grace of Krishna himself, which is actually, we're told, is increased as it's passed down through the line of gurus. So one original guru passes it to another, it is increased, to another it is increased, to another it is increased. Then to Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, then to Srila Sridhar Maharaj, then to Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, and then through the local guru, or in the case of those disciples of Srila Govinda Maharaj, through himself, like directly in the heart. So it's a transmission that we should take as real, simultaneously in the context of understanding that my perception is weak, and I may not fully perceive and understand what this is, but I accept it based on my sincere attempts to surrender, and based on that that mood, then the reception will come through. It all depends on the mood and the approach. If we want to serve, if we want to try to surrender, Krishna will always help us, and the transmissions will, become more and more clear as we progress. Just like even now when I read Bhagavad Gita, or, even this, having read I don't know how many times, every time you read it, there's something else there. There's something new, there's something fresh that you may have overlooked before. Just read over it quickly, not thinking that it had such significance. But actually each line, each paragraph is full of significance and transcendental transmission that we just don't perceive right now. But through the grace of the gurus, our perception is increased as we progress in our surrender. And we can look back and see how limited we were in the beginning, and understand that somehow or other, by the grace of our gurus, things have come into my heart and transformed my life. And just perceiving that gives us a real perspective on, what our life is about, where the direction of our life should go, deeper and deeper and deeper into the development of our surrendered consciousness, ultimately to Sri Krishna himself, but directly through the line of our beloved gurus. So as Arti is offered, and there's the line of gurus there, you could look to each guru as they're offered to, and learn to pray to each guru. And maybe one guru will somehow or other seem to be revealed more than the other, and then you can pray especially to that guru. I remember when I was a Grihastha, Bhaktivinoda Thakur really helped me. So I specifically prayed to him because he was a Grihastha. So he helped me.
How many children did he have?
12 or something. Yeah, and I think 5 became devotees and others wandered off because his wife was, believe it or not, his wife was not that serious. Yeah, so that just gives a show that, you never know what's going to happen in our life and who we may be paired with as Krishna tests us as to the degree to which we really want to surrender. So sometimes Krishna will put us in an extremely difficult position just to test us. How much do you want this? Do you really want this, or you just want it for some reason of comfort or convenient mental and intellectual understanding and temporary shelter, or do you want it deeper, more deeper? Krishna always tests us all along the way, and sometimes we're being tested all the time, but we can't really perceive it. But every now and then we see it, and it just hits us really powerfully. That directly, Krishna just shows directly that I'm doing this, and this is for your benefit. And this happens, only occasionally, but maybe a couple times a year or something like that, where we're really able to perceive it and be strongly transformed by it. But really, we're told by our gurus that Krishna is doing this all the time. We just can't perceive it. So Krishna is very kind. was I? Did I say Yahar Prasadevai Bhavatariyai Krishna Bhakti Hoyaha Hoite? Did I say that?
Earlier you did, yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with the chosen one. Gurumukha Padma Vakya Chitete Korea Aikya Arana Kariha Mane Asha. If any sincere seeker can follow the advice of Gurudev, he must receive Krishna's mercy. Krishna himself has given us 200% assurance of that. I love how Gurudev does that, like 200%. We must have full faith in the transcendental knowledge that is revealed through Gurudev. It is actually not necessary to follow any advice from any other quarter. It is only necessary to wholeheartedly follow with full faith the teachings, orders, and service responsibility which come from Gurudev. Shri Guru Charane Rati Se Uttama Gati Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. If you are determined to follow the order of Gurudev properly with chastity and sincerity, then you will get everything through his service. Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gave us this most clear conception. Gurudev is a teacher and Gurudev is a servitor. Gurudev is actually Krishna's supreme servitor, Kintu Prabhurya Priya Eva Tasya. He shows us his form in this way. You'll receive full spiritual benefit when you see what Gurudev is doing and how he is satisfying the Lord. You will be most benefited when you see that he is giving you service for his satisfaction, for the satisfaction of the Divine Lord. When you see Gurudev in this way, you will receive all hope and facility to satisfy the Lord. I remember when, Srila Prabhupada first, he had appointed some, I think it was 11, to be his successor gurus. And there was some question that arose, like, these are gurus and they're accepting disciples, and disciples have a, direct relation with this in terms of like surrendering and receiving knowledge from him directly. And so how did the, how do the God brothers of the guru relate to that? And we were told that the God brothers, while have a specific relationship with that Gurudev, not as a guru, but as a God brother. So our relation is, completely different, and we shouldn't take offense if someone is, questioning our guru or, tackling him in a fight or something. We just shouldn't question that, because the relationship with Gurudev and his God brothers is something that is going on a different plane. Like Krishna is dealing with us specifically in relation to Sri Gurudev, but he's also dealing with Sri Gurudev specifically in relation to his Gurudev and also his God brothers. So you have your God brothers, you exchange with them in different ways. You have one God brother. You have many. Then you deal with them and exchange based on the shared experience in devotional life, based on a shared guru. But at the same time, we understand that the relationship of the guru himself is with his God brothers is completely different. So, where was I? Okay. If you are determined to follow the order of Gurudev properly with chastity and sincerity, then you will get everything through his service. De prasade puri sarva asha. I guess I read that. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gave us this most clear conception.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've read this. Gurudev is a teacher and Gurudev is a servitor. So next, transcendental vision. Chakshu dana dila gahi janme janme prabhu se divya jnana hriday prakashita. I don't remember if I read this. Anyway, proper transcendental vision comes to us through Gurudev. Everything in this world is mundane, but the transcendental plane can be revealed anywhere and everywhere within this material world. That's what makes the transcendental plane transcendent. For example, when a flower falls from a tree, we do not care so much for that flower. It may have fallen on the road and we may smash it as we walk by without caring. But when a flower is offered to the lotus feet of the deity or offered to a respectful Vaishnava or Gurudev, then we no longer ignore or disrespect that flower. We take it on our head and give it proper honor. Why? Not because we see anything different about the flower, but because our knowledge tells us that it has been offered to the Lord, and whenever anything is offered to the Lord, it takes on a transcendental form. This is transcendental vision. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Ye dina grihe bhajana deki grihete goloka bhaya sharnagati. When I see my whole family satisfying the Lord through their activities, when I see their practices like chanting the holy name, worshiping the deity and offering foods to the deity, when I see all of the activity in my family is God-centered, then I feel my family is not mundane and does not live in the mundane environment. It actually has a transcendental form. So I remember thinking, how does this relate to, me and how I perceive my family? But eventually I realized that, these, the devotional inspiration that comes in the hearts of, all the family who are, initiated by our gurus, it comes to us specially through them. And because of that, it's worshipable. Even from, I remember the earliest day when Sudarshan was in the incubator, he would look up at me with wide eyes, and I would think, whoa, this is like someone from somewhere else. I have to take care of him. I have to so we chant carefully into the incubator, and there was even at that stage there was a transmission that was unmistakable. It was so amazing that Krishna sends us different associates and friends and eventually different family members, and they all have some special connection to our Gurudevs based on their own specific surrender and also particular personality and inclination to specific service, and so many things like that. So many qualities are manifest in the devotee who's trying to serve, and they're like the original quality from which all the mundane qualities in this world comes from. There's nothing in this world that isn't connected with the transcendental world. However distorted it is, there's some transcendental aspect, the gopis playing and criticizing Krishna, or criticizing each other, and even fighting over their position in relation to Krishna. All these things are going on in the transcendental world. It's not possible for there to be anything in this world that doesn't have its counterpart in the spiritual world. But we have to understand, of course, that what's going on in this world is distorted and kind of twisted based on the mundane consciousness of the doers and also our own limited consciousness as we look at things. But ultimately, whatever's happening in this world, however we're perceiving things, ultimately Krishna is there. And there's a particular message from Krishna. And we can try to acclimate ourselves to that relationship that we have with Krishna based on his constant presence and his constant revelations. Even when we can't see very clearly very much, still if we practice that ongoing relationship with Krishna, it will enable our hearts to expand and grow. And it's a lifelong process. We keep working on it, and things get a bit deeper and a bit deeper as we try more and more. There's always, what did Prabhupada say? You should see the progress that you make and be able to look back at previous times, even in Krishna consciousness, where you perceived in a different way and you actually had less than what you have now. And that if we feel like that as we're, naturally as we grow, we should feel like that and grow in transcendental thankfulness of what we're being given. We should, Prabhupada told us this, that we should perceive tangibly what's going on in our lives, or at least try to perceive that, and try to be open to the perspective that kind of vision will give to us. It's always always a chance Krishna is putting before us. Where was it? Okay. By knowledge we do not mean knowledge gathered from books and scriptures. That type of knowledge is not sufficient. A genuine guru has feelings in his heart that have been revealed by his guru, which come from the Lord himself. A genuine guru who has such revealed knowledge in his heart can preach, and his students learn the proper thing. Gushabdas tanda karasya rushabdas tan nivarka andakara niroditvad guru ityabhidiyate. Guru means guru, one who can destroy, gu, one who can destroy the darkness of ignorance. Gu, which is present in the mundane world and in our hearts, by giving us knowledge that has descended from the spiritual world. Om Jnana Tirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We pray to Guru with this pranam mantram every day. Ajnana means illusion, the illusory environment that covers our whole existence. Under the influence of illusion, we think that we are our body and become attached to our house and so many temporary things. Everything material is really a passing show, but in illusion, we think it will remain with us forever. Gurudev removes the darkness of this mundane illusion by opening our transcendental eyes and giving us transcendental vision. That is transcendental knowledge. Gurus, genuine and generic. It is necessary for a guru to be genuine. Not everyone has that quality or qualification. Now in this world, everyone can see that there are many self-made gurus, bogus gurus, and so on. I do not know who is bogus and who is not. It is not my business to criticize others, and I do not know who everyone is. I can only comment about the general character of guru. The scriptures say, Bravo bhava shanta shishya vitapaha rakha durlabho sadguru devi shishya santapaha rakha. There will always be many gurus who can expertly give their followers some mundane nourishment, take their wealth, and then leave them. But a real guru destroys the dark, mundane feelings of ignorance within everyone and makes everyone's hearts temples of the Lord. A true guru who has this capacity and who never tries to do anything other than this is very rare in the mundane world. This is the character and activity of a genuine guru, and that is the type of guru glorified in the scripture. Once he saw a very poor man come to take initiation from Srila Guru Maharaj. He apologized. "Oh Maharaj, I have no money. I can only give you a donation of a few rupees." Srila Guru Maharaj said, "What are you thinking? I do not want any money from you. It is only a courtesy that you give some money. If you do not have money and cannot contribute enough money to equal the value of Harinam Mala, I'm giving you, still must give them to you if you are a sincere seeker. Don't worry about that. What I need is your faith, sincerity, and chastity. You must promise me that you will serve Krishna, and through your mood of service, try to satisfy Krishna. I want you to make this promise in front of me, and that is all I want." Srila Guru Maharaj explained everything to the poor man in this way. That is the real mood of distributing Krishna consciousness and the real behavior of a genuine guru. Read another page or so. Savior of the fallen. We are conditioned souls, and when we think about our conditioned position, we may think we are hopeless. But we can pray to Gurudev. You have full power, and you are kind to the fallen souls. Please give your excuse me. Please give your merciful attention to me and make me a good servitor of yourself, Lord Shri Krishna, and Srimati Radharani. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu. Gurudev is very merciful to the conditioned souls, and his attention especially goes to those who are most fallen. Gurudev is like an affectionate father. If a father has 5 sons, but one of his sons feels some deficiency because he is unqualified or unhappy, then the father gives special attention and nourishment to that son so that he may be promoted. Okay. Connection with transcendence. Finally, Sri Narottam Thakur mentioned his Gurudev's name, Lokanath, Lokera, Jivana. Lokanath Prabhu is my Gurudev. He is my life and soul, my everything, and these are the glories of his mercy. Haha Prabhu Kora Doya, Dehamore Pada Chaya, Tuya Pade Loyla Sharana, Prema Bhakti Chandrika. When Narottam Thakur prays, "Oh Gurudev, I want your full attention. Please be merciful to me. Again and again I am taking shelter at your lotus feet. I do not know if I am properly surrendering to you, but please give me your full attention. Give your full attention to me. Only through your divine grace will I be connected with Lord Krishna, receive transcendental knowledge, and be engaged in the Lord's service. Please be merciful to me." Okay. True shelter. On the logo of our Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, you can see the sun, some water, and a lotus. This is Gurudev made that logo. These are symbolic. The lotus represents the jiva soul, the servitor of Krishna. The sun represents Krishna, and the water represents Gurudev. When a lotus lives in the protection of water, it blooms and the sun rays give life to the lotus. But when a lotus is taken out of the water and kept in a dry place, the sun burns it. The logo Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat means that when we live under the protection of Gurudev, Krishna will always be merciful to us, but that without the shelter of Gurudev, we have no hope. Hara ruste gurus tatra, guru ruste na kashchana. Aditya Purana. If Krishna becomes angry with us, our Gurudev can save us from Krishna's anger. He can give us some nourishment in life. But if our Gurudev becomes angry with us, nothing can save us. Not even Krishna can help. Gurudev's mercy is even more beneficial and essential than Krishna's mercy. this is the essential point. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has said, Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasado, Yasya prasadam nagati kutopi, Yayangstuvang tasya yashas tri sandhyam, Bande guru sri charanar vindam. We must consider that Krishna's mercy appears to us in the form of our Gurudev's mercy. This means that when our Gurudev is happy with us, Krishna must also be happy with us. And when Krishna is happy with us, our Gurudev will be happy with us. This is our Guru's position. And in this way, we will always see that all auspicious and beneficial wealths come to us through Gurudev. Gurudev is our true shelter. I like that. So, if Gurudev is happy, Krishna is happy. And by Gurudev's happiness, Krishna becomes particularly happy with the sincere disciple. Krishna's mercy appears to us in the form of our Gurudev's mercy. The Supreme Servitor, Guru Parampara, the preceptorial lineage of gurus, is like a telescopic system. Within a telescope, there are many lenses, and when they are properly adjusted, one by one, we can see through them things we do not have the power to see with our own vision. That's amazing. Within a telescope, there are many lenses, and when they are properly adjusted, one by one, we see through them things we do not have the power to see with our own vision. So a telescope with many lenses. So many gurus are helping us. And as we pray, we try to adjust ourselves, in line with the proper perception and clarity of the descent of the mercy from our Gurudevs. We can, like I said before, we can pray to our line of gurus and get familiar with, knowing each one. Look in the books and find a little bit about each one of these, great souls, and try to develop individual relations with them. And this will, the more we try, the more it will actually blossom. And because, it's not as though in Krishna consciousness, when we have one guru, that's our only shelter. Behind the guru is a great line, and so many great souls are offering shelter and mercy and kindness to give to us, and we can directly go to them, and that approach is has been, in my experience, very much approved by our line of Guru Parampara, that these personalities are all unique, and each particular guru in our line has a particular nature and a particular way in which he presents Krishna consciousness. And each one is unique, each one is different. Each one's energy is different than the others. As we've practically seen from our experience with first Srila Prabhupada, then Srila Guru Maharaj, and then Srila Govinda Maharaj. Each one of them unique, in and of themselves. Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, was he was a disciple of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, but actually he lived with Srila Prabhupada for 8 years. So he was a a combination of disciple of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj. So we could see in him, even in his appearance, his vibration, everything, he was representing both of them. I remember when I first brought Sri Lanka to India, and we were staying up the road at a friend's, he had a place where there were little huts and stuff, and we would stay in one of the huts. And when we first saw Srila Gurudev, as we walked through the gate, he was being shaved, his head was being shaved. And from that angle, walking in the gateway, I thought, wow, he looks just like Srila Prabhupada. You know, of course they were, you know, from, you know, similar Bengali lineage, so there was some similarity, but I think more than anything, the energy was the thing that influenced the, you know, the vision of that similarity. Because he was like simultaneously so surrendered to his guru, Srila Guru Maharaj, but also Srila Prabhupada. I used to tell my godbrothers that like Srila Govinda Maharaj had more association than any of us had in ISKCON. Srila Govinda Maharaj had already had like 8 long years of association living with him, like mostly directly, daily, and hearing the reading of Bhagavad Gita every day. Every day Srila Prabhupada would read Bhagavad Gita, and Govinda Maharaj was there in the class, hearing from Srila Prabhupada every day for like 8 years. And in the course of each year, Srila Sridhar Maharaj would come down to Calcutta maybe a couple of times, and Srila Prabhupada and Srila Sridhar Maharaj would both worship at this specific temple just down the road. It was kind of like tucked in a gully or an alley, and not very visible, but there was just like amazing deities of you know, Gaur Nitai, and Prabhupada and Srila Sridhar Maharaj were like particularly connected with those deities. And yeah, when I used to go to India a lot, I was always go to that area and worship the place where Srila Prabhupada lived, and also go down and see those amazing deities that, you know, Prabhupada had opened up for us. You know, it's like, even though it's Calcutta, it's a big city, it's teeming, there's thousands of people on the street everywhere. Like, when you come back from India, having been in Calcutta, all of a sudden all the streets are empty. It's like, what? Whereas in India, there's like thousands of people everywhere. So it's a completely different world. And, you know, even though there's so many people, there's so much, you know, crazy honking and cows in the road and all this stuff going on, it's still completely like a whole different like world, like vibrating with some, you know, the transcendental potency of like thousands of years of development of you know, Krishna consciousness, spiritual consciousness, which by the influence of Kali Yuga had become somewhat diminished, but by the influence of Srila Prabhupada, there was a great like revolution and increase of spiritual consciousness in India. I can remember when I first went there in the early 70s, like it was hard to find someone who was like interested in Krishna consciousness, interested in what we were doing. It was like people would see us and say, like one guy came up to me and said, "You are CIA." And I said, "What?" He said, I can tell you're CIA." Like, why, otherwise, why would you wear this outfit? You know, something like that. You're trying to trick us. And he said, well, you know, it's not like that. There's a whole different world going on, because he had no idea what was actually his own heritage. He had like lost track of that, thinking that the new energy that would bring up India is the energy of, you know, progressive materialism. And Nehru kind of thought like that also. So that was really present there at that time. And I forget who was prime minister in the early 70s. I forget. Do you know Didi?
Was it Sonia Gandhi?
That was a little later in the 70s, I think. There's somebody before her. I can't think.
I can
Oh, well.
ask- I can ask ChatGPT.
Oh, cool, okay.
ChatGPT is just amazing. In the 70s, right?
Yeah. Like 1970 to 74 or something like that.
Indira Gandhi, 1960,
Oh, really?
yeah, Indira Gandhi.
Until when?
Oh, I said Sonia Gandhi, I meant Indira Gandhi.
Oh, right, okay, okay.
Okay, and then from 1977 to 79, it was Morarji Desai.
Morarji, okay.
And then it was Charan Singh.
Charan Singh, okay. I remember Morarji for some reason. Maybe I was in India at that time. And actually, the devotees, both to Indira Gandhi and to this Morarji gentleman, gave like Bhagavad Gitas and, got their help and their blessings, and they like cleared the way for us to build temples in Vrindavan and even in Delhi also. And because there was all kinds of like zoning restrictions and regulations and all that were just, it would take us years to clear through, but they just like cut through everything and allowed us to build temples, which is really like, really merciful. So, okay, what's going on with Prashad?
It's done.
Oh, cool, okay. I'll just finish one paragraph here.
Okay.
In the line of Sri Rupanuga Sampradaya, our vision and devotion is going up through our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakak, Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, to Sri Rupa Manjari, and from there to Srimati Radharani. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur taught that we will think of our Gurudev at the highest level as Radharani herself. We will think that our Gurudev is a non-different form of Radharani. Gurudev has different forms. Sometimes we will see that Gurudev is non-different from Krishna, but more exclusively, we will see that he is the supreme servitor of Krishna, Radharani. Let's see. Let's get this. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess we'll end here. Yeah, it's a new section. I got everything. Jai, Shri Revealed Truth Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara Ki Jai.
We can do a short.
Oh, are we going to sing a song?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I forgot about that.
Enthusiasm. One of the 6 big qualities.
You want to lead Haridev?
Jayadev, could you please lead?
Hariharaya Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Namaha, page 66.
Yep. Alright, we'll do a short one. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshvaya Namaha.
Govinda Ram Srimati Sudan.
Govinda Ram Srimati Sudan.
Hari Gopinath Nanda Namaha.
Hari Gopinath.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai. Jai Mishupad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Charya Vaya Astatarasata Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, no, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Rakha Kshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswata Mata Ki Jai. Shri Govinda Kunda Ki Jai. Shri Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Shri Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Navadip Dhama Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dhama Ki Jai. Samaveta Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Harinama Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Jai.
Devi Nyasi Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Edith, could you take this also? Thank you.
Bhima Krishna Prabhu says, Shri Bhakti Vigraha Nyasi Maharaj Ki Jai.
Who said that?
Bhima Krishna.
Oh, Bhima Krishna. Dandavat. The mic's on. Here, Prabhu, you take this for in the basket.
Shanta is also saying Dandavat Maharaj. Shanta.
Oh, Shanta, Dandavat, Shanta.
Dandavat devotees. Good night.